looking very circular. Everyone looks very comfortable sitting down though. I'm just giving everyone a moment to wrap up the meal and whatnot. Okay, I'd like to put in one more appeal to make this as circular as possible. I encourage everyone to be comfortable, but the more we can kind of make this circular, the more everyone can communicate. There we go. All right. I'd like to introduce myself. My name's Marcus. I'm going to be doing a little bit of facilitation tonight. This is my first attempt at facilitating, so we're going to try to make sure everyone has an equal voice in this process. That's what it's all about. Kendra is going to be stacking, so once we get to individual topics, if you have something that you want to say, get Kendra's attention, and she will line up who gets to speak when. We'll have one person speaking at a time. We don't have a talking stick tonight, so if we need a talking stick, we can use a talking water bottle. General assembly process. The basic hand rules is an important part of it. Instead of interrupting people while they're talking, you want to signal that you really like what someone is saying. Instead of applauding, that's loud, that kind of exactly. Twinkly fingers. If you like what someone's saying.
Can you do like this if you want?
Yeah, that's perfectly acceptable. We'll just show your approval. For people, if someone's saying something that you disagree with, you don't like it, like, nah, I'm not digging that. That's not cool. I disagree with what you're saying. If you kind of agree with some of the things they're saying, disagree with some of the things, that's kind of in the middle. Raising his hand, so it'd be like if you're going to stack.
If you don't like it, why can't you just do that?
That does get the point across.
Going down.
Going down and doing like that is kind of the same thing. But the whole idea is just so that the person that's speaking gets instant feedback, it's non-disruptive feedback. So instead of cheering and booing and applauding, the person can keep speaking but gauge the mood of the crowd. It's like, okay, are they feeling this or are they not feeling this? So also if someone's going too long, say, all right, wrap it up, wrap it up. I mean, you might even agree with what the person's saying, but it's okay, we get it. You got to wrap it up. If you have a point of information, you can stick a finger up, saying, I know something that is like crucially relevant to what you're saying. That's not an opportunity for you to get up and voice your opinion. It's not a point for you to get up and interject and say what you think or feel about it. It's just a point of information that directly relates to what the person's saying. And the super harsh one, that's a block. We almost never use that, but if you really vehemently disapprove with what's going on, particularly in the instance of a voting, the whole idea is it's a consensus-building process. We try to get everyone to agree, which can be really difficult to do. But once we get everyone to agree on a proposal, it's really powerful, and there's that group action behind it. And I feel like I'm starting to ramble on about the hand signals. That's the gist of it, so I'm going to wrap that up. Okay, so we're going to start off with the general outline for what we're going to be doing tonight is we're going to have some announcements, then we're going to have reports from the working groups, and we're going to try to split up into the working groups a little bit. My understanding of the General Assembly process is that the working groups is where we break down the small groups and get the nuts and bolts of it done. Like all the nitty-gritty details are hashed out by the working groups, which are you can identify into, like, I'm the self-identified champion of the sustainability working group. I'm really passionate about sustainability. Food sustainability, energy sustainability, basically making this island sustainable. That's my real core passion of being involved in the Occupy movement here in Hilo. And so when we break up the working groups, try to get everyone who's really focused on sustainability together. But then what I would like to see happen more is that in between our general assemblies, if people can really get the working groups working. I know we're a new organization, we're getting things rolling along, there's a lot of great energy, there's a lot of good things coming out of it. But if we can really get the working group process functioning a little bit more efficiently, it's really the working groups that are supposed to bring the proposals to the General Assembly. And as the working groups bring proposals to the General Assembly, then we discuss it and try to reach consensus on those proposals. So tonight we are going to have working group reports. But before that, how about announcements? Can we get anyone that has announcements that need to be made to the General Assembly? Oh, and at the end, there will be an opportunity for an open mic. So if anyone wants to talk about anything they want to talk about at the end of the meeting, there'll be an opportunity to get up on your soapbox and pontificate to your heart's content. Well, yeah, anyway. If you start going too long, people might tell you to wrap it up. But as far as announcements, before we get to working groups, is there anyone who has any announcements for the General Assembly?
January 28th from 10 to 4 at the bandstand Saturday. We're going to have another rally, and the Baptist Church is coming once again with free food, so spread the word.
January 28th.
January 28th.
Any other announcements?
There's a hearing on Thursday about naval expansion. It's 5:30 at Hilo Intermediate School. It's by the high school on Wainui, I think. So it's at 5:30. There's like a hearing, public testimony about naval expansion. So like that.
Neighborhood what?
Naval expansion.
Naval expansion to the military.
Yeah, like they're gonna try to restart the super ferry again.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
So yeah, I'll put something on the Facebook about it again by Thursday.
Is that a good thing? I hope so.
What's so bad about super ferry?
They want to use this to transport strikers.
No,
It's also like
no.
We can.
The idea of the super ferry was a test for a military vehicle.
Oh, okay.
So now they're skipping the whole super ferry thing and they're just making the military vehicles.
Oh,
That's what
okay.
they want to do.
We don't get to use them.
They're military transporters. That was the idea of it.
Other announcements?
I have Global Day announcement for December 10th, Saturday, December 10th. Global Day for the Occupy movement. I guess there's going to be, we're going to meet on the Somalia food, who's setting that up?
I don't think Deb was here, but the students at UH were planning to do kind of a bigger protest around that area.
By the mall.
No. But
It's cool. The students have finals that week, and they're proposing to move to the 17th for what we call the Action Day.
Oh.
Because all the UH kids have finals.
17th of January?
December
Then
17th.
the whole world gets the memo.
Well, no. I mean, we can still independent, because Occupy Together is calling for it, but they're also calling for the 17th.
Oh, that might be
December
better.
17th.
Yeah, December 17th.
That might be better because I spoke to the owner of the bowling alley. He's got his own band and they're into singing songs about, friendship or whatever. And we wanted to get some bands together after the rally or the protest. Still meet at the bowling alley, and if we could get bands together and also go to the radio station, see if they give tickets for broadcast live, just to get exposure, not just with people who are aware of what's going on, but people who just go to hear the music. Yeah, they come in and then, as Tina was suggesting, put out booths, maybe literature, maybe someone at an education spot. This topic, pick this person for this topic. This person is educated on this topic, really passionate about it. And they go to this topic. So they'll have tents and tables and booths so they can get educated, thinking they're just going to go see a concert, during courses. So 17 might work better because he went away for the holidays. He's not getting back till Wednesday, and that'll give us an extra week to put it on the radio and to try to get the community involved with that. Because we have a lot of people beeping and shopping and waving. They might come to something like that.
December 17th.
Saturday.
It's another global call for action. It's the 40th anniversary of Occupy Wall Street.
Oh,
It was an Ann Mark that set himself on fire like a year ago on the 17th. And
Bradley Manning. Bradley Manning's birthday. 17th.
Oh, really? Huh?
It makes more sense than the 10th, which was Occupy Together's date they set for stuff, but I mean, there's no corresponding date for the 10th to do that. I don't know.
Is there going to be a place for this?
To be determined.
For my personal opinion, I think the more we can do, the better. But I love the idea of getting like advertisements on the radio and really trying to create an event where we're outreaching the community. I think it's hugely important for us to really outreach the community because right now we're kind of an insular group that that's important. But outreach, and if we're going to be the 99%, we need to get everyone knowing what we're about and what we're doing. And so I think. I think we should this is an important topic of conversation, so I think maybe if we could get other voices, other people thinking about it. From what I'm hearing, it sounds like doing it a little bit later would give us a little bit more time to get it organized.
Can I just suggest that we were talking about having one of the groups tonight, the working groups that want to work on this over the next 2 weeks, meet tonight, get it fleshed out, and then have each of us have to take away, we can report back next week.
I think that's a great idea, because making the organization of this event like a really time-specific working group, because it sounds like an important thing for us to put some energy in organization into.
Especially we have a venue and he's all for it, and he's got other bands and he's got connections with like KWXX.
Getting on the radio would be huge.
Yeah. But I would need something like that information you just said, so I think there's that
There's someone behind the mailbox.
Did you want to?
It was kind of just a point of interest for with that. Is there anywhere to grow in front of the bowling alley where they would be a indoor thing also?
Oh, yeah.
Plant
For the
today,
table
too.
out? That way, it sounds like everybody here has a different thing. For me, my friends going to the freshman sports. So we're really looking at that. On park-wise, we're hoping about on the table getting a plant to build hotels. There's a lot of things here. Like I said, I wish I could be in every group. So I'm like, yeah. I work for another thing. I work for sustainable products. Like just law. Yeah, he's still for council. Maybe we can get him to do something to get people together and have a discussion on it or a series or something.
Good outreach. I like outreach.
Yeah, and he does have connections with the council members. There's one, she started her own grassroots movement, of course, products. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of people already in the works who are already council members who can help get bills passed. Really make an effort for us to move that forward.
I love the energy. I love where this is going, but I'd like to table this and move it later on. So maybe we could keep the process rolling along. Exactly. I feel like maybe do you have a name for this event yet, or like the?
We'll bring it back. We'll call the action date. We'll bring it back after.
This is Global Day of Action.
What I think is calling Operation Horizon. Is what they're calling it online.
Operation Horizon. All right.
They're calling for all the occupied camps to march in solidarity with that day and do events in solidarity with that day.
Fantastic. So Operation Horizon Working Group sounds like a timely working group. So December 17th is coming up pretty soon. So anyone here, so when we get to breaking up to working groups who wants to contribute towards that effort, then we'll converge over and discuss that in more detail in a little bit.
I just wanted to make an announcement that I probably need help with from the people that are doing all the media stuff. I've been down and out offline for weeks now, and in that time, there's a whole bunch of new places to plug in that are not on Facebook for us locally, and so I'm hoping that maybe you guys who are doing media, that kind of thing, can share that, and we want to kind of get that on our main Facebook page, kind of regularly and often, because we don't have a great place to put all of that. There's some space on our information page where we can do links, but just to let people know and to share with your networks, how to link in besides just the Facebook page, because we're really limited in that kind of being a news feed. It's easy to miss stuff on.
You have something to say about that?
Yes, 7 point of information. All that information is already on our Occupy Hilo in Solidarity with Wall Street page on the info page. If you click on the www.occupyhilo.com, it'll take you right there. Then you can register. All the work groups are there. and we will be adding work groups regularly. So.
EK, would you please elaborate a little bit on the OccupyHilo.com? I just saw that it's up and running, and I have not had much time to explore it yet. Can you please elaborate a little bit on that?
Sure. Basically what it is a working group for basically the local chapter of the Occupy movement here in Hilo, with forums and workers so people can get together. And actually on the times that Marcus was talking about, other than being at a GA working on things in a work group, you can go online and post things to the work group and see how other people think and be able to talk back and forth, because there's also a chat function where you can actually talk to each other and find out the different things that are going on. It also holds announcements, it holds fundraisers, and anything else that you want to post on there. It gives you the opportunity to be able to do that. There was a lot of problems with it in the beginning, but now, as soon as you click, it should have no registration errors at all, and it should roll along really, really smoothly. And it basically just tells who we are, what we're about, and what we're trying to accomplish.
Is there a calendar section?
There is a calendar section also.
OccupyHilo.com apparently is the new digital hub. We have obviously the Facebook. We have the Occupy Hilo Free Hawaii Facebook site, and there's also the Occupy. Well, what's the other one? There's two of them. Please help me out.
Yeah, the public Occupy Hilo in solidarity with Occupy Wall Street, that you all probably been on. That's just a public page, and then there's a group on Facebook called Occupy Hilo / Free Hawaii, which is the first place that we set up for people to meet to do planning kinds of things, which at this site now is going to be a lot more effective for doing that. So if you want to be on that, anybody can go into that group. You just have to go in and make a request and come on in.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is that the functionality of the Occupy Hilo Free Hawaii site is going to move to OccupyHilo.com.
Yeah, maybe we'll just have more of a forum kind of thing there. Facebook is a place for people to just hang out and I don't know.
And that group exists. It's not going away. So anyone who wants to post there is still absolutely free to do so. But also, most people are probably familiar with the Occupy Hilo in solidarity with Occupy Wall Street, which is the Facebook site where there's all kinds of stuff put up there. Are there any more announcements before we move on to working groups?
I just have one quick one. They're going to, has everyone heard Surfrider? Yeah, they're having a benefit concert on Friday. It's really awesome. They do really, really positive things for the environment. And it's just going to be the best for the people last concert here on the Big Island for their tour. So I just recommend going. It's for a really good cause.
When and where?
It's going to be at the the CrossFit Gym. Concert starts at 7, doors open at 6. It's going to be $15. Yeah, it's by it's on the corner by Myrna's and Ken.
CrossFit. CrossFit Gym. What's the date?
This Friday.
This Friday.
Yeah. 7.
And not their last show, they have two shows. They're playing the Hilo Market on the 3rd. They're playing the Hilo, or not the whole sanctuary.
Not Market Pro.
They're playing there on the 3rd too, and then their last show is Tuesday. For the second to last day.
Yeah, that's because we have like all the dancers and their big things.
It's gonna be like
It's pretty cool.